Welcome to part 3 of 5.4. So the thing that we're going to do now is we're going to do a couple things. It says write the equation of the line containing the point in parallel to the given line, then write an equation of the line containing the point that's perpendicular to the given line. So this is the point we're going to be using, and we're going to try to find, we're going to try to find the line that's parallel and perpendicular to this. So in order to determine the line that's going to be parallel and perpendicular to this, first thing we need to know is what the slope is. So we need to solve this this equation for y. So solving this here for y, we subtract x from both sides. So they cancel here. We get 2y equals negative x plus 6. And then divide everything by 2, and we get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. So here's the deal. So this is the slope of the line right here. If we're going to write an equation that's parallel to this line and goes through this point, well, we know it's going to have the slope, it's going to have this point, so we can plug the slope in. Y equals negative 1/2 x x plus b in here, and then we can plug the x in and the y in to solve for the b of the line that's parallel to this and goes through that point. So plugging the y in, 7 equals negative 1/2 times our x is 3, plus b. So we get 7 equals negative 3/2 plus b. Now, if we want to go ahead and add 3/2 to both sides, which is what we want to do here, adding 3/2, so add 3/2 to this, we get cancellation. So our b equals, now it's 7 plus 3/2, we gotta get a common denominator, so 2 over 2. Now here, 2 times 7 is 14, plus 3 is 17, so b equals 17/2. So the line that's parallel to this line and goes to that point has slope 1/2, has y-intercept 0, 17/2. So the equation of the line parallel to this that goes to this point is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 17/2. That's the parallel one. Okay, so now what we want to do is this. We want to write an equation to the line that is going to be perpendicular to this line that goes to the point. Now, if we have a slope of negative 1/2, any line that's perpendicular to this is going to have the negative reciprocal. So negative of negative is positive, reciprocal of 1 over 2 is 2. So the one that's perpendicular is going to have y equals 2x plus b. So this is going to be a line that's perpendicular to this line. And now we want it to go through this point, so we have to plug the x in for the x and the y in for y. So we get 7 equals 2 times 3 plus b. So 7 equals 6 plus b. Subtract some 6's, and we get b equals 1. So the line that's perpendicular to this has slope 2 and y-intercept 0, 1. So the equation of the line that's perpendicular, we have y equals 2x plus 1. And that's that. So, and that's what we're going to be doing for essentially all these. So this next one here, we want to find first the line that's parallel to this line that goes to this point, then the line that's perpendicular that goes to that point. So once again, we have to solve this equation here for y. So I'm going to subtract 2x. Cancellation here, so we get negative y equals negative 2x plus 7. And remember, we're bringing the negative y over, so we have to divide everything by negative 1. So y equals 2x minus 7. So the slope of this line right here is 2. So any line that's parallel to it will also have slope 2. So if we're finding the line that's parallel to this line, we know it's going to be y equals 2x plus b. To find the one that's parallel to the line that goes through this point, we have to plug the x in for x, y, and for y, and solve for b. So plugging those in, we get negative 5 equals 2 times negative 4 plus b. So negative 5 equals negative 8 plus b. Add 8, and we get 3 equals b. So the line that's parallel to this that goes to that point has y-intercept 0, 3, has slope 2, so that is going to be y equals 2x plus 3, and that is the line that's parallel to it. So now to find the line that's perpendicular to that, well, if we have a slope 2, any line that's perpendicular to that is going to have the negative reciprocal slope, so it's going to be negative 1/2, so we have y equals negative 1/2 x plus b. So any line that's perpendicular to this has to have slope negative 1/2. To find the one that's perpendicular to that and goes to this point, we have to plug this point in over here. So plugging the y in, negative 5 equals negative 1/2 times x, which here is negative 4, plus b. So negative times negative is a positive, and half of 4 is 2, so we have negative 5 equals 2 plus b. Subtract 2, subtract 2. Negative 7 equals b. So, the line that's perpendicular to this has slope negative 1/2, y-intercept negative 7, so that line that's perpendicular will be y equals negative 1/2 x minus 7. So, a couple more of these. So, we want to find the line that's going to be first parallel to this, then going through that point. So we need to find the slope of this to determine what a slope parallel to that would be. So subtract 3x. So we get 4y equals negative 3x plus 5. Divide everything by 4. These cancel. We get y equals negative 3/4 x plus 5/4. So the slope of this line right here, negative 3/4. To find the equation of a line that's parallel to this and goes through the point right here, we know the line that's going to be parallel to this is going to be y equals negative 3/4 x plus some b. To find the particular line that's parallel to this and goes to the point, we plug the y in for y and the x in for x. So we have negative 2 equals negative 3/4 times 3 plus b. So 3 is 3 over 1, so negative 2 equals 9/4 plus b. Subtract 9/4 from both sides. Now, on the left side we have negative 2 plus negative 9/4 or minus 9/4. Here we get cancellation. So we need to get a common denominator here. So we have over 1, so we multiply this by 4 over 4. Gives us negative 8/4 minus 9/4 equals our b. Negative 9 minus 8 is negative 17/4 equals b. So, this is our y-intercept. If we look back up here, our slope is negative 3/4. So, all told, parallel, slope negative 3/4. So we have y. So we have y equals negative 3/4 x, and then pulling our y-intercept of negative 17/4, we can just say minus 17/4. Okay, so that's the line that's parallel to this that goes to that point. Now, if we're finding line perpendicular to this, that is going to be y equals negative reciprocal. Negative of negative is positive. Reciprocal is 4/3 x plus b. To find the particular point, plug this in. So we have negative 2 equals 4/3 times 3 plus b. 3's cancel, so we get negative 2 equals 4 plus b. Subtract some 4's, and we get cancellation. So, b equals negative 6. So, slope perpendicular to this is 4/3. Y-intercept is 0. Negative 6. So the equation that's perpendicular to the line is y equals 4/3 x minus 6. That's that one. Now, get that out of the way, 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 and now move this all back. Okay. One last one here. So, first thing we want to do, if we're finding the line parallel to this and we're finding the line that's perpendicular to this that goes to the point, first thing we have to do is find the slope. So we want to get it in slope-intercept form. Subtract 2x, subtract 2x. Now, cancellation here, so we get 5y equals negative 2x plus 7. Divide everything by 5. And we get y equals negative 2 fifths x plus 7 fifths. So we have a slope of negative 2 fifths. Any line that's parallel to this has a slope of negative 2 fifths. Now notice, they give us 0, 9. This is actually a y-intercept where b equals 9. So, they're actually giving us b, so to find the line that's parallel to this, we have our m, because it's going to be parallel to this, so it's going to have the same slope. So y equals negative 2 fifths x, and then plus 9. That's the line that is parallel to this line. To get the line that's perpendicular, we'll do this one in red. Perpendicular, negative reciprocal of that, we have y equals negative is positive, so 5 halves x, plus we have our b because they give us the y-intercept, plus 9, and this is the equation of the line that is perpendicular to it. So this kind of tied a lot of things together, solving for y to get this in slope-intercept, knowing that if we have the slope, that anything that's parallel to this will have the same slope, knowing that things perpendicular are going to have negative reciprocals of that, solving for y-intercepts. There's a lot. It's a beefy section, so if you have to watch this one a couple times, no big deal, but this is the end of Module 8.